Why is DNA testing so important when using donor sperm? Keep watching and I'll share my thoughts. Hey guys, today I just want to talk to you guys about my feelings about why DNA or genetic testing is so important to do on yourself before you use a donor. Specifically, sperm donor is what I'm talking about today because that's what I use. Obviously, if you are using an egg donor as well, or instead the same principle applies, I'm just talking about donor sperm because, like I said, that's what I'm using. So I'm going to start you off with a story, which kind of leads into everything. So one day, me and my mother are driving around. Don't ask me where we're going, I don't know. But she was asking about what I know about donors. Like, what would I know about the donor? And I was saying about how you get like a genetic history and like, you know, eye color and whatnot, and you can find out if they're a carrier. And she said, well, a carrier of what? And I was explaining genetics, and like, I gave the example of cystic fibrosis, where if they're a carrier and you're a carrier, you can have a 50% chance of having a child with cystic fibrosis. And so she goes to me and goes, I think that's what your dad's brother died from. And I went, really? So it got me thinking, I could possibly be a carrier for cystic fibrosis. And even though sperm and donor eggs, I believe as well, are usually tested for carriers to see if they are a carrier of something, there is a chance that I could be a carrier and not even know it. So I decided to go ahead and do 23andMe, which I'll do a whole separate vlog, and when it's up I'll post it here, which would give me the general overview of if I was a carrier. They are not as specific as if you went to your doctor and said, hey, I think I'm a carrier for this, can I be tested for it? And they will test you for something specific. The genetic testing like 23andMe, and probably, I don't know much about the ancestry testing, but I'm in Canada, so 23andMe was what I went with. And they aren't as specific. There's only so much they can test for, and it's not 100% guarantee, but I figure it would give me peace of mind. So I went ahead and I did that. But to me, it's so important because if you don't know you're a carrier of something and your donor happens to be a carrier of something, your child could potentially have that. And just to have that peace of mind to know, okay, I'm not a carrier of at least the majority of the mutations, the common mutations, at least gives you kind of more of a peace of mind that your risk is much lower. Especially if you've like really love one donor and you know, okay, they're a carrier for something like cystic fibrosis, they're a carrier of that. Knowing that you're not a carrier does not guarantee that your child won't have it, but the risk is much lower because it depends on what mutation. If you end up carrying a mutation, that's the same and whatnot. So the risk is much lower if you know you are not a carrier. There's no guarantee, even me not being a carrier and the donor not being a carrier, there's still a small chance because again, the sperm bank only tests for certain mutations of each disease, and 23andMe is only testing for certain mutations, so there's the off chance, but they're testing most likely for the major, most common mutations. So having that just kind of helps with peace of mind, and like I said, just to have that knowledge that you're not a carrier. Plus, it's a whole lot of fun, which if you go check out the 23andMe video once it's up, you'll see I'm going to kind of go over what some of the stuff is that you get and whatnot. Just a fun little test. And obviously good for your child to have in the future too, just to like be like, oh, this is what my mom or my whoever the non-donor is, to have that history and whatnot. So anyway, to finish off the story, it turned out my dad's brother did not pass away from cystic fibrosis. He had leukemia, which his other brother had muscular dystrophy. So genetically, my family's, yeah. But I came back negative as a carrier for all the major diseases. So I'm free and clear of that. So obviously there's still a chance my child could be born with anything, but at least I know I'm clear. So when I'm going to go pick a donor, which haven't picked one yet. I picked and then I changed my mind. I changed my mind. But when I pull up their genetic profile, I'll be able to see, okay, well, I'm not a carrier for anything. So even if he is a carrier for something, there's not as high a chance compared to me being a carrier as well. So that is my brief overview of why I feel like genetics is an important test to have done before. I don't think you necessarily need to have like a big like actual thing done by your doctor. I don't know what the cost is for that, and I don't know if they can even do a general overview. I don't know if you have to go in and specifically say, I would like to be tested for this. Your fertility clinic might be able to. I don't understand how it works in that kind of world. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't a carrier according to 23andMe, and then if I was, I could then go to my doctor and be like, look, my genetic testing came back saying I was possibly a carrier for this. Can we pursue further testing in it? Just to kind of like get that overview. So yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I will post a link down below for the 23andMe. So you guys can go check that out. I believe it's American as well. So I just really liked their service. It was easy to do. Like I said, I'm going to post a whole video review on it. But I really liked their service and the results itself. It's mostly for fun, but it's really interesting. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them down below. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys later. Bye, guys.